This is Bay Radio.
Hello and welcome to Busting Myths with Bay Radio. In this episode, we have asked Darren Parmenter, the British Councillor for Tourism and International Relations in the south of Alicante, about the TIE card. Now, many of you have still got questions about it, and this will be the first of a series that we're going to take you through step by step. How to get this card, when should you get this card, and do you really need it? So let's see what Darren had to say.
If you have the green documentation already, then it is not compulsory to change it to the TIE card, either before the end of December or afterwards. Full stop. And as an analogy, it's a bit like me owning an old car and thinking, well, I fancy getting a new car, but no, I won't get a new car yet. I'll carry on driving my old one until I'm told I've got to sell my old one. It's a personal choice to upgrade to a new one. No one's going to turn around and say, well, if you don't change to a new car, you can't drive anymore. It's a personal choice. And I can't emphasize this enough. There is too much misinformation and speculation out there about the word, this phrase. It is not compulsory. Full stop. And on the back of the card, it actually says, emitido bajo article 18.4, acuerdo retirada. Now, that means that I've got this card, and others will have that card, because we come under the terms of the withdrawal agreement. Now, new people applying for residency, that's those that currently don't have the green documents and apply for it after the 1st of January. So we're talking about 1st of January onward, new people coming to live, wanting to come and live in Spain next year. They can apply for residency, of course they can. They will have to satisfy possibly different criteria than what people are applying now, because people applying now come under the withdrawal agreement. So when they get their card, say middle of February next year, these new people coming to live here after January, that won't say that they're here because of the withdrawal agreement. So in effect, there'll be two classes of British citizens living here after the 1st of January. And that's always been on the cards, excuse the dreadful pun. People that are here before the end of the transition and those that make the informed choice to come and live here afterwards. On your green A4 sheet or the green card, it will actually say the date that you are officially resident from. Now, I was asked yesterday, well, I've been here since July 2016, this particular person said to me, should we change to the TIE card now? And I said, well, my advice is if you want to change it, till July next year, because then they'd have been here 5 years. Then when they go to exchange to the TIE card, they will get a card that lasts for 10 years. If they went tomorrow to apply for one, because they've been here less than 5 years, the TIE card that they get will be valid 5 years from the date they apply, say tomorrow. So for anyone that is thinking, well, I'd love one of these cards, but I've not been here 5 years yet, it's entirely up to you again. Okay, well, first of all, like many people, followed the guide sent out jointly by the Spanish and British governments and explained step by step what you had to do. Now, to actually get an appointment, you can do one of two things. You can do all the process yourself, or you can speak to a local gestor or legal representative who can do it for you, particularly if your Spanish isn't such a great level to understand the website. But in my case, being here for so long, I knew what I was looking for on the website, so you went onto the website to actually book an appointment. Now, I went on the Wednesday night, I think it was, the Wednesday evening. The first appointment came up for the following morning, literally 12 hours later. I thought, hey, this is just too quick. But then others came up for the following Monday and Tuesday, so I picked the Tuesday one for 9:40. Now, my mum as well has also renewed her card. So I did all the appointment for myself and then refreshed the page, went on to try and get her appointment, managed to get hers for 10 minutes later. So in effect, we had our appointments for the same day. So what we then had to do then was to fill in the forms online, which you then download. and again, all the details are in the guide that are supplied by the Spanish government in English. But the forms aren't in English, but it's very straightforward, putting in your name, address, various other details. And they give you full examples of what you need to do. So once you fill that particular application form in, you fill the form you need to pay your €12. That's all it costs for the tax as such to have it done. So you fill that form in online and then download it. So you end up with hard copies yourself. You have to have your original green residency document with you, whether it's the A4 size or the card. Your original and a photocopy of your passport. And when they say photocopy of the passport, it's just the main page with your photos on. There was some suggestion some weeks ago you had to photocopy every single page, whether it had visas in or stamps or whatever. But it's just the main biometric page, and also a photograph, up-to-date photograph. And in fact, you actually get given that photograph back when you make the application process. So once you've got your appointment, you turn up at the office in Alicante. The fact it's appointment only, that means that there's not thousands of people queuing up to go in, because you've got a set appointment. Now, in our case, we got there about 9:15. We were back home in San Fulgencio by 10:30. I was 5 minutes late going in for mine, and my mum was 5 minutes late going in for hers. And you actually probably sat down with the people in the office. There's about 7 or 8 desks there. It's all done very efficiently, even taking the COVID hygiene rules into account. You're well spaced out in the waiting room. It's a bit like the hospital. When you check in and your code comes up and you go into the particular desk. As I said, there's about 6 desks there. They go through just check the paperwork. You haven't really got to understand any English, or any Spanish rather, because all they'll ask you to do is put your finger on somewhere to do the fingerprint and sign here, and that's basically it. You get given a sheet of paper, which is basically your receipt for everything that you've done. And then they basically say to you, right, 3 weeks' time, you just go back to the other foreigner's office, which is about 5 minutes away, to pick up the card. No appointment needed there. You just turn up. And there can be a queue. It depends when you go, but you're literally in and out getting the card within 2 minutes. But the whole process in terms of time was from going online to book the appointment to walking out of the office with the TIE card. And here it is. It's just like a proper ID card with a little hologram in there as well. The whole process literally took just over 3 weeks.
This is Bay Radio.